All right, we are going to go ahead and move on to our user spotlight. And Julio is going to be our guest this week from Santa Barbara City College. Julio, I am going to go ahead and spotlight your video. And if you do have anything you want to share on your screen, you can do so as well. But yeah, if you could just tell us a little bit about what you do over at Santa Barbara and how you all use Accudemia.
Yes, I'd be happy to. So I work for the Kyrite Learning Resources Center, and within the center we have uh, several services. One of them is the Writing Center, and so how that works is we have it set up so that we could do walk-ins and then also appointments. Since we are mostly online for the majority of the semester. Then now we are able to come back, so we still continue doing the online tutoring. So how that's set up is on our website, on our Writing Center website, we have a link with information on how to make an appointment. We do have an instructional video that shows students how to make an appointment, and then they do get an email from Accudemia confirming their appointment. And they also get instructions on how to connect with their session. And that's actually been very helpful because students could get their appointments. Also, they have the option to call us. So we have it set up so that the students are not able to see the tutors. We definitely want everybody to be able to see students. So the way that it's set up, so when students are making their appointments, they see numbers. If the student has a request where they want to see a specific tutor, they have the option of submitting a request through a Google form, or they also have the option of giving us a call during our open hours. And so that's been working really great. And Accudemia has allowed us to track all that information. I know that previously we were using two systems. And so one of the things that we were lacking is the ability to track all the sessions. For example, on one of the systems that we were using, it was broken down in half an hour segments. So if the session went over, then we wouldn't be able to track that additional time. And with Accudemia, we've been able to do that. Our sessions are 45 minutes, actually. We made them a little bit longer. And some students do have, if they have an accommodation, we do provide 60 minutes. And so I heavily use Accudemia in the Writing Center. And so I'm also familiar with the other centers that we have. So we started using Accudemia in 2016. So we're going into 6 years now. And we have found it to be helpful in the way that it allows each center to be set up the way that the person overseeing that center would like the center to be set up. And for the last couple months, I've been actually helping with the center setup. And so I meet with every person who's overseeing the different centers. We have 20 of them. And so I talk with them as far as like what they want and how they want it set up. And so we set it up the way that they want it. So that's been really great because it has allowed them to be able to set it up the best way that works for them. Of course, each of the centers, it's a little bit different. So, for example, we have centers that are set up where the students are just checking in by themselves. So how that works is different centers have their hours, their set hours. So students are walking in during those hours. They have the sign-in kiosks, and they check themselves in. Once they're done, they check out. And so, um, and for example, for the writing center, it was a little bit different. So what we had to set up, we would greet the students when they were coming in, and also have them fill out a form where they um, got a chance to talk about, why they were here, um, and also after that form where they fill out form, then we were able to uh, sign them into academia. And I think that's one of the greatest things too, is that with the other systems, we didn't really have that option of the students signing in, with the exception of one system. But I think with academia, it's great because students are able to sign themselves in, um, and so it's been definitely working really great for us. Um, the other the other thing is the reports. Academia is amazing with the amount of reports it has. The most common reports that we've been using, the the attendance summary report by course, by location, by tutor, visits by tutor, the attendance summary and comparison. I think that's really great because we are able to see which the difference between two semesters, and we could also talk, and allows us to be able to talk about, okay, so what do we did different? How come we're seeing more students during these times? Can we um, go ahead and get more tutors during these times? So I think that's very helpful. We also use the traffic analysis, and I that's a really great report. It goes into a lot of detail. For example, weeks of the day that it's mostly used. It breaks it down by hours, so we found that to be very, very helpful as well. Um, the the other things that were looking into implementing, and I'm really happy that Nick went over the surveys, because that's one of the things that we're thinking of doing, is having the surveys done through academia. What we currently have for the writing center, we actually have the tutors are actually emailing after their session. They're emailing a link to a survey, but it's connected to a Google form. It's not through academia, and so
I
we
was
were
gonna
talking.
ask. I was gonna ask about that because I heard you say surveys before. Sorry to interrupt you, but
Oh yeah, no, thanks, Nate. No, 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 no worries. Um, but yeah, that's what we want to do, and I think also getting more exposure to academia, because I noticed that as our staff and faculty are getting plugged in and they know how to use it and what it does, they get a buy-in, and they know, oh, this is great. We don't, we before we weren't able to do that, because one of the things also that I'm doing is I'm scheduling reports for instructors, or to the different centers, the person who's overseeing the center, and also they found it very, very helpful too. The other thing too is we also with institutional research, they're actually taking all the academia data to see how the impact that is having on the students, and semester over semester, we see how, the students who are using the services are doing a lot better. Their completion rate is higher, so it's very great. And with academia, we've been able to capture more accurate data, and definitely we're, in my opinion, since I've been using academia as a user and then also now helping the centers, I think there's a lot for us to learn still, and be able to use those tools that academia offers, for us to be able to be more efficient on our tracking. Like for example, one of the other things that I mentioned is the ability of referrals that academia has, and So that's something that we want to explore too, the ability to be able to do the referrals, because now it's just a matter of learning and getting it set up. So I think there's still a lot for us to learn, and I think the system's great. It's been very helpful and rewarding. I and also very helpful. The weekly sessions, I found these weekly sessions very helpful, and so it's been great.
Have you guys implemented a single sign-on, just out of curiosity?
Yes. So we have the single sign-on. Yes. And
That
so
should help with the referrals, because I know, like, to try and get instructors and faculty to participate, like, as long as they don't have to have another login for something else, like, that's just one less barrier, you know?
yes, yes, yes. As a matter of fact, everybody on our campus logs in through single sign-on.
Very good.
Yes, but
Awesome.
but yeah, that's what I wanted to share. And if there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer, or if I left something out that anyone would be interested of knowing about. Or